Hello, welcome to my channel. I am Ameya and we are discussing about AVEVA PDMS. Now, in this video, I want to talk about a next toolbar, that is a model toolbar, in which we will briefly discuss about model editor. First, let me switch to the equipments because I will be working on equipments in this video. So, let's see how we can use this model editor tool for our benefit. It's a very simple tool and most commonly used for position and orient operation. So every time you don't have to go to position and orient to align or position or rotate your element, either nozzle, equipment, or even piping components. So you can use model editor there. In model editor toolbar, the first icon, the yellow ball with then 4 arrows, that is your model editor, and it is activated and deactivated using a single click. So right now it is activated and this is deactivation. So whenever you select a component or element, if this is activated, you will get this symbol in model editor. Okay, let us understand this symbol. It basically covers 6 degrees of freedom. So there are 3 directions, x, y and z. So you can move your component in x direction, y direction and z direction straight. You can rotate your components in 3 different directions with the axis. So this is one of the axis, this is the second one to rotate, and this is the third one to rotate. Okay, there are plane movements also. If you select a plane, it will be moved in x and z direction. Okay, so if you select a plane, all 3 planes can be selected individually. So there are basically 3 axis motions, 3 rotate motions, 3 linear motions, 3 rotate motions and 3 planar motions. So there are 9 motions just by clicking on the model editor. The other options which you have with model editor is you can just click on the direction or rotation which you want to rotate axis. Let us say I want to move it in x direction. If you right click there, you have these 4-5 options with the model editor. Enter value option is basically giving you the chance to enter value. So let us say I want to move this equipment in x direction by 1000 units. Preview, it will show the changed length, and if you say OK, that length will be used to displace your object in that direction. So instead of going with this random positioning, you can always go with right click, enter value. Okay, same for angle. So if you want to rotate randomly, you can rotate it randomly, or else you can go right click, enter value and rotate it by 15 degrees, and your equipment will be rotated by 15 degrees. Okay, so that is the enter value option. The other option which you have is align with feature. Now align with feature will try to align that axis with whatever object you select. So if I try to select a center point of this circle, it will try to align my object with that center line. Okay, now it is getting aligned only in one direction. So if you want to align the height also, you have to go with Z, right click, align with feature and then carefully select the base. So this align feature will be mostly used for the pipe works. Okay, where you don't know the length, you can directly go and align your equipment directly. Okay, then what other option you have is, right now this equipment is having its origin at this point. So what I can do is I can just go right click and say snap to point, and same point will be snapped at the new location. Whichever point snap I am clicking on the screen, that will be created as a snap point. Okay, so it will match the right now whatever object it is showing at about the point where model editor is, that point will be matched with the other point. Okay, and the last option which you have is the move handle. So this will not move the equipment or a component which you are selecting. This will move the handle, and you can change the position of handle for orientation or length or changing the position. So if I say enter value, and if I change say this to be 2000, my handle will be moved away from the previous point by 2000 in X, and whatever I select, that will be the new handle for me. Okay, so that is how you can go and change either the position of the equipment or component which you are selecting, or you can change the position of model editor. Now problem with model editor is you can easily tend to drag different things. So unknowingly you can drag equipments or components once it is fixed. So what you can do is you can just go to component, you can just go to settings, and you can lock the feature. So basically where you can go is, so you can lock this feature. You can refer my video where in AVEVA PDMS tips and tricks, where you can lock this feature, lock this equipment with the positions. Okay, so other than model editor, from the model toolbar there are two other options, that is undo and redo. This will undo and redo your previous works till it is saved. So if I press a save button right now, whatever I am doing after that, if I try to undo it, it will be undo till the point where I have saved. Same thing for redo. Okay, it will redo the latest command which you have done. Okay, so this is my redo option right now, one redo option and one undo option. Okay, so right now I have not saved the previous, so it is undoing everything step by step, and then I can go for redo options to control the undo and redo option like any other software. Okay, so this is what I want to discuss about in this video. One is the model editor and one is the model toolbar which you are having in your AVEVA PDMS. So model toolbar can be activated, deactivated using this right click easily, and go and try this model editor. You can use it more effectively once you get good practice with model editor. Okay, thank you for joining. If you like the content, do share the information with your friends. Subscribe my channel for latest updates related to AVEVA PDMS. Thank you for joining.